This is the best alternative to ClickFunnels and GetResponse. Hey, what's up? Mike Kramer here at kramernow.com. We're going to go over building a funnel in Systeme or Systeme. No one knows how to say it. And I highly recommend it for beginners to get started with it because you can do it for free forever until you need to grow and add more features, add more funnels, add more steps, add more automation, etc. So until you're at that point, this is a great alternative. So I highly recommend it. Let's go check it out and get right into it, see what it looks like. So after you log in, you can see that you want to go right to the funnels. To build a funnel, once you log in, you sign up for a free account using my link in the description below. You want to build a funnel, go into the main menu here, just to funnels. You'll click on that. And you won't have any funnels in yours, but in the freemium package, you can create up to 3 different funnels. So what you want to do is hit the create button, give your funnel a name, something meaningful. If you have different funnels in like a value ladder for the same product, I do recommend naming it, that series, if you will. So like, let's say it was piano related. You'd have a piano funnel 1, it would be like a piano dash lead magnet or something like that, because it's your lead magnet funnel. We'll talk more about those later. You could have a piano, $97 off or whatever that might be. And here you give it a name, and then you could either do custom, which is really a blank funnel, and you put the steps in there, or you could start with one of these templates. So the evergreen webinar, I don't have access to that yet, so I can't show you that. That's on the $47 a month and up package. Their highest package is actually only $97 a month. So even if you went with that, you would be at the same cost as the lowest or cheapest ClickFunnels. And this includes everything the $50 a month GetResponse does with all the automation. It could run a blog for you. It does several other things that would cost you up to $150 or more, all for $27 a month package that has plenty. The $47 adds webinars, and the $97 a month has just unlimited everything. So the free is fine. And then the $27 a month and $47 a month have a ton of stuff, and it's going to save you about $100 a month in expenses that you'd normally run to run an online business. So we won't have this one. The custom's blank. So what I'm going to show you is I do have one of those. I started adding every different type in there. I'll show you in a second. There's a build an audience here. There's a sell funnel. So let's go see what those look like. But normally you'd give it a name, you click one that you want, or you could start with this blank, put in the currency of the country that you're in, or that your customers are in, and then you hit create. When you're done with that, you'll see your funnel here with the name. I just named mine demo dash, the custom one, the sell one, and then build an audience, just to show you what they look like. So the sell one is really to sell a product. There's an order form, and it just throws these in. So when you pick one of those templates in the previous screen, that's all it's doing is throwing in a couple of predefined pages. So what you would do here is click on this, and you have all these different templates that you could preview, see what it looks like, go, oh yeah, I like that. You can of course customize all of these, not just the text, but the color, the background, the design, everything. But it's really to give you a solid place to start. And there are a lot more built-in templates than ClickFunnels has. So this is really an amazing product. It doesn't feel like a cheap product. This is a very well-made, well thought out product. And they have a very simple menu. Under products and sales, they have courses. So if you ever wanted to do an online course and sell that instead of Thinkific or doing the WordPress, like a LearnPress or another plugin, a paid plugin to WordPress, you can do all of that here. And that's all included. So you can even launch your own affiliate program on here, which costs $297 on ClickFunnels per month. You do all that here for $27 a month. And if you need a little more, or you need the webinars, etc., $47 a month. And if you need to do unlimited, that's $97 a month. I would highly recommend at least checking this out. Try the free one, see if you like it. I'm going to be sharing all my videos on how to do everything and how to move things over from GetResponse and from ClickFunnels over to here, and even a blog if you wanted to build that. So we'll be doing that from scratch. It has A/B testing. It has one-click upsells, downsells, pretty much everything you can think of in this product. And it's all your eggs in one basket, but you don't have to worry about is your email integration working with ClickFunnels, because we all know that API doesn't work well half the time. And you could do the HTML form and then hope that that's working well. But you don't have to worry about any of that here. It's going to always work because it's the same product. So there's a lot of benefits to this. The only reason I'd say to not use something like this, not even so much that your eggs are all in one basket, but it's not a platform that you can, like, you don't own the platform. So you're building it all on their platform. And sure, you could have custom domains and all that. But what I mean is, as opposed to WordPress, where you can build all those things into WordPress and export it. So like if your hosting provider shut down, you can move to another one and move all your WordPress stuff over there. It's a lot more modular. Obviously you don't own WordPress, but you pretty much own everything in there, the plugins you use, the content, and you could easily migrate that anywhere else. It's not proprietary really, as far as, who's hosting it. So here it is. And if they shut down or sell for some reason, you're done. I'd recommend in general starting in something like this if you are new to the online world and WordPress and all that. And then if you're interested in it and you watch my videos on how to build it all in WordPress as well, it does cost a little more money and it is more complex. I don't think this company's going to go away. Again, it's a good idea to know how to build that stuff on your own eventually, or be willing to pay somebody later. But this is a great place to get started, and it makes everything very easy for people to get started online. So that's what I think is fantastic about it. I think the number one reason people aren't successful online is they don't persist long enough, right? They quit before they were successful. They give up. Part of the reason they give up is they were paying $100 a month, $150 a month, maybe $200 a month if they had video hosting and they had SEO research tools. If this sounds familiar to you, you're paying for all these individual tools. And if instead that cost was down to like $27 or $47 a month, you can have that going for a while before you make money, and you're less likely to give up. And you're much more likely, if you don't give up, to eventually become successful. So that's why I'm a big fan of this. I'll be moving stuff here. That's why I'm showing you how all this works. So we can go back to this funnels list here, and I'll show you what the build an audience one looks like. The build an audience funnel is just a squeeze page. So that's, think of it as an opt-in. So you're trying to build your email list, build an audience. So you have a squeeze page and you have or an opt-in page. Sometimes people call that. And then a thank you page. It has just the 2 steps in there. And of course you can always add steps, move them around. You have full flexibility, and they even have an inactive page. So if this funnel was disabled, people would see whatever you build in this inactive page. So that's a nice feature. You'll have these familiar, now it's on the left instead of the right, but you have these familiar elements, blocks, and it's got similar sections, rows, and then the content inside. So, and it's got all sorts of things in here, image, carousels, videos. You can see all this, the column, building. It's got connectivity with social media channels. You can have a countdown. All the familiar elements to building a funnel. Again, there's all the templates as well too. So we can just exit out here, but we have a squeeze page here, and you could say, oh, let me see what this looks like. Okay, real simple, just like it's supposed to be. You have a simple menu up here, which even that's kind of distracting because people might go, oh, let me read about this guy, and they never opt in, right? So that's why we have funnels. We want people to just do the thing that we're letting, helping them focus on, like sign up for our email list. So I don't know if I'd put first name and name. I like to just have name instead of first name, last name, because they might not be comfortable putting all that in there. Some people just do an email, but it's kind of nice to at least get a first name. I usually will just have a field called name and email, and that way they could put their full name if they want. They could put just their first name if they want. It's up to them. Okay, so for now, we're going to close that, but let me show you one other thing before we dive in a little more, and that's in the custom. So what I did in the custom was there's 14 different step types that you can choose for here. And the freemium account, let me just pull that up. The freemium account has, you can look at these features here. You could see that you could send, emails. You could have quite a few contacts, all for free. 3 different sales funnels, 10 different steps. You could have 1 blog. You could have unlimited posts, right? You can even build a course for free on the free model with unlimited students. But here's where I think, I'd want to at least pay for the $27 is the automation rules. You could still have 1, but if you want to have more than that, like for example, somebody read this email, clicked a link, but then didn't purchase or whatever, you could have it send a different email. And that stuff's really neat. And again, ClickFunnels only lets you do that for the $300 a month one, the $297. It's pretty fair to say, hey, for free, you still get a ton of stuff. Workflows and automation rules, we'll look at the difference of those in a bit. Tags is tagging your customers as, they purchased this or that, or they're hot or warm or cold. You tag them however you like. There's different methods there. Email campaigns, that's sort of like really your, think of like autoresponders and really a campaign. You're sending emails in a campaign. That's their autoresponder thing there. You could just build one in here, but if all you have is 1 funnel, that'll suit you just fine. And again, that's free forever. One-click upsells. It's also downsells. They don't mention that here. Order bumps, A/B testing, which is really cool. It's hard to get in WordPress without some additional plugins. You even got coupon codes to offer people, forced payment integration, deadline funnels where there's like a timer it runs out and you can have it go to a different page when that timer has expired, because it's really not, it's not a fake timer. You don't want it to be. And of course, they have really good support, which is, some people were surprised by how good it is. You could run your own affiliate program, as I mentioned. You can even have a custom domain on the free model. You just don't get the webinars. So a lot of people aren't doing webinars yet. That's kind of once you start making more money and you want to build that in your funnel ladder, your value ladder. Typically that's a little bit ways down your value ladder. So not a big deal, but hey, if you know you want to do webinars, you can jump in and look, it's only $47 a month. That's half the price of ClickFunnels. Plus this thing does everything your email program does. It's got the online training course platform on here. I mean, it's insane how much money you're going to save going to this platform, and it doesn't cheap out on you. Like, it has everything. It does it very well. So one-on-one Kickstart coaching session. So just if you go to the full $97 a month one, they're going to want to probably talk to you and let you know, make sure you know about all the features so that you're more likely to, stay with them. So you could see the only other thing you get with the unlimited is literally just everything is, it's unlocked. You don't have any number of restrictions on anything, but we're talking you would need more than 50 funnels with more than 300 funnel steps. More than 20 blogs, more than 20 courses. So they even have course bundles, which is cool. So you could build, say, 3 courses and then have a bundle where that's sold for a different price. Really cool stuff. You can see unlimited emailing, unlimited file storage, students, no transaction fees, build your own affiliate programs, and online support. So really cool stuff. Just do me a favor, use my link below to check it out so they know I referred you. Again, it's free. You're not going to pay anything. It's save annually if you click here and you get it a little cheaper if you want to just pay for the year. But, I would say just test drive it monthly, see if you like it, and start doing stuff in there. Do it along with me so that, knowledge is really useless. If you take all this knowledge, like often the reason we don't get things done or we're not successful is not because of a lack of knowledge. Like, there's tons of knowledge out there. It's because people aren't really taking action and people are getting ready to get ready. So you got to stop doing that. Just move, go along with me. You could pause the videos, do this while I'm doing it. So I just want to show you there's 14 different step types. Some of them here, like you saw already, squeeze page, inline form. So that's like, of course, literally like a form, opt-in form kind of thing. But you could also have a pop-up form that pops up in one of your other pages or on your blog, things like that. The thank you page, there's a sales page, and then I hit create a step. Now it won't let me save it because I hit my limit, but just to look in here for opt-in, this is the category. So you have squeeze page, forms, the thank you page. Under sales, you have a sales page, order form, thank you page, upsell, downsell. And under webinar, which of course is the $47 a month and up, you have a webinar registration, thank you page, broadcast page. Under miscellaneous, there's an info page and a contact us page. So a grand total of 14 different step types. Really cool stuff, really powerful. And that's just the funnels, right? So of course, we also have, you manage your contacts in there. You get emails, build a campaign. So once you get your funnel together, which we'll build one shortly, I just want to show you everything that's in here. Under emails, you normally go to like a campaign because that would be, your autoresponder. And you could say create a campaign. Once you're in there, you have MCS opt-in free training. So I created a campaign, you name it, and then you do an add-on email. And you'd put in, your sender name, your sender email address, whatever that is, whatever your domain you have set up for that, the subject for the email, and you can either do a classic editor, which is really just text-based, or visual editor. Now keep in mind, a lot of spam filters might block all the HTML and images. So you don't actually often want to do these. I don't recommend these fancy image full HTML pages. You want to get your emails to get delivered. That's the number one thing, and deliver valuable content. So they're going to want to open them and, look forward to your next emails. So normally you just want to do the classic editor, and then you'd create that and you could start your sequence. So from there, you can delay the emails. You'll see here, contacts at the next step. Emails sent open, it records all the progress and all the stats on here. So also you'll have blogs. You can create your own blog, which is really crazy, all in one platform. I mean, often you need $10, per year domain address. You would need at least $10 a month hosting, and preferably with CDN, so it's faster and that might run you more per month. So you're already at like $20 a month, often paid plugins to get some of the cool features they have on here. So look at all these blog templates. I mean, there's not 30 million of them, but like there's much more for funnels. I mean, really you could pick any of these and then customize it. I'll just preview this first one here. And you already got a menu, background. Of course, you can change the color on all these. Your posts are going to show up in here. Boom, boom, boom. It looks professional. You even got a footer menu, sign in form. Like, it's insane. So really crazy stuff that you get just amazing value. So you got another one. I don't know, let's look at this one. This is kind of like a magazine format, fancy cars, all this stuff. So kind of image driven with the headline. So you could kind of pick one that you like. This one's it's really like a online magazine format, I'd call this one. And boom, you're cooking with gas, really cool stuff. So you put your forms in here for opt-in, of course, and everything else. You can even lead them to your funnel eventually. We'll talk about that. It's a good thing to put in either the about or a freebie that you could, put on the top line here. So that's all in creating a blog. And then once you create it, of course, you'd create your blog entries in there. For automations, you have rules and workflows. We'll talk more about that later, but basically, if we just look at rules real quick. So I don't have any rules, of course. I just signed up myself. This is a brand new account on here. So trigger when this event happens, do this. So some examples of a trigger you can create: when a tag's added, removed, or a funnel step form is subscribed to, or a blog form subscribed to. When a campaign's completed for that contact, you could either put them in another campaign or the newsletter list, so then they get your regular newsletters after they got your autoresponders. All this can be automated, which on GetResponse is at least $50 a month. So I mean, this really just pays for itself very quickly, this program. Enrolled in course bundle, new sale, all these different things. When one of those things happen, then have it do this. It's like an if then, if this, then that, right? IFTTT. So action, you have, if one of those things happen as a trigger, then you have it do one of these things. You can have them subscribe to a campaign, unsubscribe, add a tag, remove a tag, send an email, enroll in the course, send a webhook to another, online system you have for whatever reason that's a little more advanced. And then you have workflows. So a whole separate thing from the rules. Workflows, when you hit create, you can create a new workflow. I'm just going to call this one demo. And you could have activate, edit, trash it, all that stuff. But when we go in there, so this is where you're going to have that kind of flow chart where it's showing you what's happening. Create your first trigger. So choose a trigger, tag added, remove, form, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. So kind of similar to the rules. It's just instead of if this, then that, this can be a whole workflow where several things happen. So this is a lot more advanced. A lot of these automations you're going to pay more for, at least $50 a month. Like I said, in either GetResponse. I've seen upwards of that in other programs, and that's all included in here. In fact, I'm on the free version still, and you can see I was, it was letting me create a workflow. So let's exit out of that. Under products and sales. So you can, of course, sell physical products in here and subscriptions and courses. I'm just blown away the value you get with the software. So you can create something, new product, demo, VAT tax. You don't have to worry about that if you don't do that. And you add a new, so this is a product. Okay. So then you add a new attribute that would be like, color, size, whatever. If it's a t-shirt, attribute color, an option of color would be, you could have a black shirt, a white shirt, things like that. Right. So this is similar to if you've used Shopify before. This is kind of similar to that, where you're just adding different attributes to, so product list, demo. I should have called it product one or something, but yeah, I mean, you get the idea. So you would put the, maybe attribute. I mean, you'd literally put, price or something. I'm not really sure. So I'll have to read the instructions on that one, but physical stores, so far, I've been just doing WooCommerce. I got a whole nother video I'm going to be doing on WooCommerce and setting that up on a WordPress site. Very customizable. It's more meant for e-commerce. So this is probably if you just have a couple simple products you want to add and sell on either your website or in the funnel or something like that. It would be to add it to that because you have your order form and everything else you'd be building in either funnels, really in your funnels. So this is meant for more like you have a couple products and you're just pushing that, you know. If you want a full e-commerce store, it's probably just better to use WooCommerce. So we'll go over this later. I want first people to do an affiliate products and things that are a little more simple and a little lower cost to get started. I want to go over that kind of stuff first so you guys can see how that works and get used to this software really. And of course, courses, you know, I'm going to build a course with you guys later and we'll show you how to do that, of course. So hopefully you enjoyed that kind of overview of Systeme and just to see everything that it does. I might start calling it Systeme or Systeme. I don't know. Give it a catchier name. But hopefully that helped you. Let me know in the comments if you got any questions, concerns, want me to go over something. We're going to, of course, do all these one by one, building a funnel, then linking it all together in upcoming videos. So make sure you subscribe. Get your own trial or, well, really free forever account on Systeme by clicking the link in my description below. It'll help me out and I'll share with you all the stuff I'm learning and how to move things over to this platform. Thank you and take it easy.